So another day passes by on a hell site website known as Twitter, and another person gets cancelled. The person in question, who is on Twitter's chopping block today, is a YouTuber known as the Odd1sout, who does storytime slash commentary animation and has 16 million subs. Now, what was the terrible crime that Odd One did that would warrant such actions taken against him? What terrible thing did he do that would make people call him ableist, racist, and xenophobic? Apparently, it all started when he tweeted out, "I think putting slash s to show sarcasm is a really great and useful tool," slash s, indicating that he is being sarcastic about this statement. So, after tweeting out a lukewarm joke, Odd One received so much backlash from this that he was forced to post an apology. Even when he posted the apology, he was still being dragged into comments because apparently making fun of slash s is ableist because apparently the non-binary community uses it, so clearly that means when Odd One made that slash s joke, he was clearly making fun of the non-binary community, which simply isn't true because first off, he wasn't aware of the fact that these are terms non-binary community uses, and he states how he didn't want to discredit any non-binary people. I don't even know how that is ableist because slash s originated from Reddit, and he was just mocking that term and didn't know it was ingrained in the non-binary community. Even so, he got torn apart in his comments. People were telling him how he needed to know better and how he needed to do proper research before making jokes. Dude, Odd One is making a lukewarm joke about slash s. He's not trying to sell some guns to people here. I'm just annoyed that, like, if he made a joke like this a year or two, no one would have even batted an eye. The fact that people are making such a big deal about a relatively harmless joke shows how sensitive people have gotten over the years. I'm gonna say next might be a hot take, but honestly, I don't think Odd One's Out should have apologized because all he's done is ensure that they will reject his apology, tear him down in the comments, which has both already happened, and now that he's bleeding in the water, they are like sharks. They will scour and monitor his future tweets for the slightest slip up to drag him down again. These motherfuckers just want him to write a 50-page essay detailing all of his slip ups and written in MOA formatting, complete with citations over not knowing a simple fact. Hell, he could belly crawl down on a mile of broken glass for his apology, and people will still be in his mentions demanding to know, why didn't he crawl through 2 miles of broken glass? And since he only crawled through 1 mile, he's not truly sorry. Enough talking about the Odd One Out's tweets. Now it's time to look at some of the steaming hot takes people had on exposing Odd One Out. The first one comes from someone who says that Odd One Out deleted their ableist tweet and it would be a shame if someone screenshotted it, implying that Odd One Out is trying to shamefully hide his tweet. First off, he apologized for the tweet itself, so how is he hiding it? Wouldn't it make more sense for him to try and sweep this under the rug? And in a fit of irony, the same person who is calling Odd One Out for being ableist is also said a homophobic slur. So there's a little something about glass houses and not throwing stones that can be applied here. And before anyone says I'm trying to cancel that person, the point I'm making is that it's hypocritical for them to call out Odd One Out for an innocent joke when they've said worse. Another person tried to say that Odd One Out is Islamophobic for a clip of him saying Muslims.
They're about these mice trying to immigrate to America. Good luck doing a 2017 reboot. Dirty Mouselums.
Unfortunately, the clip that they used showed how Odd One was making fun of racists who use Islamophobia slash hate immigration. So, what I got from that tweet was that you are unable to make fun of racist people anymore, or you're racist yourself. Like, are we not allowed to poke fun at racist people anymore? And the fact that people are unable to differentiate between making fun of racists anymore is just shocking to me. So are we like just gonna ignore context and not factor that in, or are we just gonna call him racist? Also had some racist comics that he made. I am unfortunately unable to get a better picture of said comics as the person who posted these comics privated their account, so you have to take what I say next with a grain of salt, but from most of the comics that I've seen, They appear to be made a few years back, and the jokes that he made in them were pretty mild and not racism worthy. As a matter of fact, the last comic he posted was supposedly making fun of racism. You're really shooting yourself in the foot trying to cancel someone who makes fun of racists. The worst part about all of this, I think, aside from the unnecessary outrage, is that supposedly the reason why people are doing this is not because they actually think Odd1sout is racist and they need to call him out. They just find his videos boring. What the fuck? You found his videos boring, so you decided that the best thing to do is to jump on the recent controversy and try and ruin him for everyone else. The fact that you would try and ruin his online career just because you find him boring when you can just mute/block on Twitter and choose YouTube to not recommend his channel is just astounding. Why would you go for the most nuclear option first? This just shows that the rest of the people making the outrage about his /s tweet aren't even serious about it, and the rest of us shouldn't be if the people making the accusations aren't. Like, they don't even believe in what the Odd1sout did was bad. They just want him gone. Checking the profiles of all the people who are so strongly opposing the Odd1sout, they follow the trend of them all being minors, and as a result, I am not surprised about these horrendous takes and need to start shit. Like, I get it, I was young, I knew what it was like, I did the same shit myself. This is honestly all just so tiresome, and this is what Twitter has become nowadays. People freaking out over the smallest things and reaching to end careers. I would say that I'm surprised that Odd1sout is getting canceled considering how he is extremely child friendly and has a large following of dedicated people. However, upon further reflection, this type of audience that he has cultivated over the years is ironically the one that's tearing him apart right now. God, these people need to find something to do in quarantine. This is getting boring.
Oh,